to day 23 of Vlogmas. So it's Friday today. There's only 2 days till Christmas now, which is very exciting. I can't believe it's come round already and is so soon. Our advent candle is looking really tiny now. I've got it here to show you. So yeah, we've only got 1 day left to burn now, so there's not much of it left at all. So yeah, spirits are high in my house this morning. Everyone can't wait till Christmas, even though the weather is really dismal outside this morning. We woke up and we could just hear the rain hammering on the roof. It's a real rainy, grey day out there today. And the time at the moment is just coming up to 9:30 in the morning, but we've had a busy morning already. My husband got up and went out early to collect our Christmas food shop, our local supermarket, and then he popped into the store to pick up a few items that didn't come in the shop. So he's been out early and done that, and he's already back. And then I got the children breakfasted and dressed, and we've already been out too, just for a brief walk down the road. We had to get our raincoats on and our umbrellas out and everything, just to walk down the road to a friend's house who just lives around the corner, because we wanted to deliver them some little Christmas presents from us. And they're off to Scotland for Christmas later today, so we wanted to make sure we got around there early before they set off to deliver those presents. That was nice. And we also picked up a key from them because we're going to be looking after their cat while they're away. So we always enjoy looking after him. We'll just be popping around to feed him, which should be fun. He's a cute little thing. So yeah, it's been a busy morning already. So we're back home now. My children have just popped upstairs. They're having a bit of a chill after that busy start to the morning. So I thought I'd pop on and share what Elf was up to and what I'm wearing and a few other bits. So I'll start off with what Elf was up to in the night. And Elf seems to have raided our craft drawers and got out all of the pencils and pens and everything you could draw with. I'll put a picture up so you can see. And the reason he wanted to do that, it seems, is to draw a little picture of himself. So it's quite impressive actually. I'll put a picture up so you can see closely. He's managed to draw around himself and do an elf silhouette, and he's chosen the colours of red and green, his colours, and chosen the right colours, the right bits of him. So it was obviously a carefully drawn picture. I'm quite impressed he managed to draw around himself. I did say to my husband this morning, I don't think I could manage that, but my husband said he had done that before. I don't know when, maybe at some sort of Cubs or scouting thing when he was younger, some sort of challenge. So clearly it is possible to draw around yourself. Maybe it's something I should give a go over Christmas, but so that was nice. My daughter then borrowed some of the pens from Elf, and she's been doing some crafty bits this morning early while she was having her breakfast. So that is what Elf was up to. I can't believe that it's his final day tomorrow. We'll miss him once he's gone. He's been a lot of fun, but hopefully he'll have a good final antic tomorrow to share with us, so we shall see. But yeah, in terms of what I'm wearing today, I thought I'd go a bit Christmassy. I've got one of my Christmas jumpers on that I made quite a long time ago actually, but I always enjoy getting this one out at this time of year. And it's a jumper I made using this pattern here, which is the Grainline Studio Linden sweatshirt pattern. This is one of the earlier sweatshirt patterns I made, but I must admit it's probably not one of my favourites. It's not one I've kind of remade since my early days of sewing, but you can make it as a sweatshirt or a t-shirt. It is a raglan sleeve style with a kind of classic crew neck. It's got quite a straight fit to it. It hasn't got the biggest size range. It goes from a US size 0 up to a size 18, and the largest size is bust 44 inches. And I made a couple of versions when I started sewing, but I think after sewing it a couple of times, I just discovered other sweatshirt patterns that I prefer. I think one of the main reasons I'm not so keen on this one is the raglan sleeve. I find often on me, I don't know if that's because my shoulders are quite angular, that often this bit tends to sit a little bit up. It doesn't often sit quite nicely down just because of the way the raglan sleeves are work. So I find often like a dropped shoulder sweatshirt just seems to look better on me or sort of sit better on me, but I do still really enjoy wearing this one because I love the fun print on it. It's a really cute print. It's got lots of little children out in the snow and they're skating, and there's some little sort of woodland trees and snowballs, and they've all got little bobble hats on and things, so it's quite a fun print. And I had a bit of fun with this sweatshirt too. I did some red top stitching around the neckline. I also top stitched the cuffs down just for an extra detail, and I didn't top stitch the hemband down, actually just the cuffs and the neckband. But yeah, I think the fabric always makes me feel quite sort of Christmassy. I think this fabric came from Lily and Mimi Fabric Shop, because they do sell some really fun novelty fabrics. This one is a French terry, like a loop back jersey, so it's not a super thick sweatshirt, which is quite nice because actually it's not that cold today. It's definitely warmed up a lot with the sort of rainy weather. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. I think I made it in the size 0, based on my bust measurement. And I think my waist and hips would put me at a size 2, but it's got quite a straight fit, this one. It's not really close fitting, so I just went with the straight size 0, and that's fine. And it's nice and comfy to wear. I think I probably lengthen the sleeves slightly. But yeah, I'll put a picture up of me wearing it. It's just nice to wear a Christmas jumper this time of year, I guess. And we're going to see Santa this afternoon, actually, a local garden centre, so I thought it'd be nice to wear something Christmassy to go and see Santa later. And actually, while we're on the subject of Christmas jumpers, I thought I'd share quite a new make that I don't think I've shared yet. It's a Christmassy make I made for my husband, who I don't often sew for. And I made this one, I think, in November, just before December. I think it's one I just wanted to get out of the way to make sure I had it done and dusted so he could wear it at Christmas, although he hasn't worn it yet, so I need to make sure he actually wears it soon. But I made him a new Christmas jumper too. So my husband really enjoys wearing a Christmas jumper or two over the festive period. He used to be in the office more, so he'd often wear one into our office on Christmas jumper day too. But he finds a lot of the ones in the shops, they're often quite thick and a bit too cosy, and he gets too overheated in them. He seems to be a lot of a warmer temperature than I am a lot of the times. When I'm wrapping up lots of layers, he is not. But so I made him a couple of years ago a Christmas jumper in a French terry, so quite a lightweight jumper like this one. And he really enjoyed wearing it. This is his old one that he's had for a while now, and actually it's lasted really well. It's another quite fun print that he chose. I showed him a few options and he went for this one. It's quite jazzy, as you can see, with sort of a snowman and Father Christmas and all sorts on. I can't remember where I got this one from. I think it might have been Jelly Fabrics, but I'll find out and link their website below. So this is his old one I made quite a long time ago. And then he asked me to make him another one, so he has a couple of choices to wear over Christmas. So this is his new one that I made this year. Again, it's in quite a fun print, one that he chose himself. When I see kind of fun, lightweight, sort of French terry Christmassy prints come through, I'll often show him them and see if any of them tickle his fancy. And he liked this one, just with lots of ho-hos on it and snowflakes. And I made both these sweatshirts using the same pattern, which is this one here, it's got here, which is the I Am Pollen pattern by I Am Patterns. So this pattern, you can actually get a women's version and a men's version. They're both called the pollen pattern. The men's version is kind of just a classic sweatshirt here, as you can see. And the women's version is a classic sweatshirt like this, but it also has an option to make it into a sweater dress, which is quite cute as well. And I haven't tried the women's version actually, just because I've got other sweatshirt patterns I quite like. But it's a really nice pattern for him. It seems to fit him nicely. I think I just measured his chest and went on that measurement, and it's come up quite nicely on him. I need to get a picture of him wearing it. Actually, I'm going to try and get a picture of him wearing it today, and hopefully if I can, I'll pop it up here. But yeah, it's quite a nice pattern. It sews up really simply. It's just a really basic sweatshirt pattern for men. It comes in sizes extra small to extra large. So in terms of the sizing, let me have a look. Well, that's the centimetres, I think. In terms of sizing, it goes from a chest of 35.5 inches up to a chest of 43 3/8 of an inch. But yeah, it's just quite a nice, simple sweatshirt pattern for a man. So if you're interested in one of those, I could recommend it. It does sew up really nicely. I do find iron pattern instructions, they aren't the most wordy instructions. They're fairly sort of simple and brief, but I guess it's a basic sweatshirt, so you don't need sort of loads of sort of detailed instructions for that. So it just sews up nicely. But yeah, as I said, hopefully I've got a picture. I'll be able to share that one with you. But that's another little Christmassy make that I realised I hadn't shared yet. And the other thing that I wanted to share while I was on was I managed to get a bit more knitting done last night, and I'm making good progress on my little knitted dolls dress, which seems to be something I've been working on for a while, just because we've been so busy this Christmas. I've really not been able to fit in as much knitting as I'd hoped to, but it's shaping up nicely here. This is the front coming together here. And as you'll be able to see, I had enough of the white wool to be able to do all the bits I wanted. I had enough for this little waistband, and I was quite worried I wouldn't have enough by the time I got to this point. So that is great. I've got a little bit left actually, so I'm quite tempted to do a little white neckband at the end, just to kind of finish it off. So fingers crossed I've got enough to be able to do that. But yeah, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to finish it this evening actually and show you this one, or it might be one that I have to show you after Christmas at this rate, depending on whether I finish it or not. So yeah, I'm hoping I'll still get it finished before Christmas, though. I can't believe it's suddenly only 2 evenings to go. I'm going to have to get my skates on finishing it, so please wish me luck on that one. But I was really pleased I had enough of the white yarn. And then I also wanted to mention while I was on, last night I said we were going out to meet some friends, and we went to another local light show. We seem to have really done the Christmas lights this year. I think one of them was ad hoc in Bournemouth. We weren't expecting to do it. We'd booked this one that we went to last night ages ago, and then friends said we'd want to try another one, which is why we ended up going to so many this year. But they've all been really different and all been really fun. And I wasn't going to film this one because I thought you guys have already seen a couple of light shows, so you might be getting bored of them, but actually my son said he thought I should film it, and he really wants to help me choose which bits I filmed and help me edit it, so I thought it would be quite fun to get him involved. And actually this one was quite different to the other two light shows. There had some different things there, so we've done a little video montage that my son helped me with, so I'm going to pop that in a moment. Hopefully you'll still enjoy seeing another light show. We had a lovely evening there. It was really lovely actually. It was a bit rainy yesterday, so we were a bit concerned it might be wet, but thankfully it wasn't, and it had a nice little fairground there too, so my daughter really enjoyed going around in a carousel as well, so it was a really lovely evening actually. But yeah, we've done some footage together, me and my son, so I'll pop it in a moment so you can see our final light show for this year, so I hope you enjoy that now, and then I'll see you again a little bit later. So yeah, see you in a bit, bye! I'm back again now. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of our trip to the lights last night there. But it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here now, although it actually feels like the evening already because it's quite dark outside already. I guess it's only a couple of days since the shortest day, so the day's going to still be feeling short for a while. And there is something quite nice about getting home and getting inside and getting all cosy when it's going dark early outside, I guess. But yeah, it is very dark today, I guess. It's been very rainy and overcast anyway, so the day wasn't very bright even at the sort of brightest point in the day. But yeah, I was hoping to pop on a little bit earlier today and catch up with you guys maybe around lunchtime, but actually somehow today has whizzed past and we've been out of the house a bit more than I expected, so it feels like we've just barely been in the house today. After I spoke to you this morning, my son and daughter and I went out for the morning. We went out in the car because it was so rainy, and we went to deliver some presents to some friends in our neighbourhood, which is really nice actually. I think because it was so rainy this morning, a lot of people had stayed home, so we got to see a lot of people. wish lots of friends happy Christmas. We got invited into a couple of houses for a cup of tea, which was quite nice too. My children got the chance to play with their friends, and I got the chance to catch up with a couple of friends who I haven't seen so much recently, because one of us has been ill and that sort of thing, and just life's got in the way. So it was a really nice morning actually, but we did end up staying out longer than I expected. And we also went to the local library to return some books, try and sort of declutter the house a little bit ahead of Christmas. We did end up getting out a few more books, but didn't matter too much. My children really enjoy always a trip to the local library, so that was nice too. But we were out for quite a while. We left my husband at home. He wanted to get on with a few house jobs, so it was quite nice for him to have a quiet house to do that, I think. And one thing he wanted to do was our bathroom, on the bath in our bathroom, the side panel has been missing, or he took it off a few weeks ago because we had a leak and he wanted to fix the leak, and then he left it open just to check there were no more issues before he sort of sealed it all back on. But it's all been fine for a few weeks now, so he finally put the bath side panel back on. So it's nice to have that back on ahead of Christmas and feel like these kind of little house jobs are a bit sorted and we can just relax over the festive period. So yeah, he got those jobs done while we were out. But then we were out longer than we expected, like I mentioned. And when we got home, we had to have a bit of a whistle-stop lunch, because this afternoon we went back out, this time with my husband, to go and visit Father Christmas at a local garden centre that's about half an hour's drive away. And we were actually hoping to see Father Christmas a couple of days ago. We'd booked for a couple of days ago, ages ago, because I find you have to book quite early because the slots do fill up quite quickly. But unfortunately, my son and I didn't end up being able to make it 2 days ago. So we were kind of last minute looking around, trying to find out whether we could go anywhere to still see Father Christmas. And a friend recommended this garden centre, and they had a few slots left. So we booked one of those, and I was really pleased actually, because I think my son was a bit disappointed that he wasn't going to be able to make it, understandably. And although he'd been quite a stalwart about it, he was really excited when he found out we had managed to find somewhere to go. So we did that this afternoon, which is really, really nice. It was a really cute little garden centre, not one we've been to before. Their Christmas decorations were a little bit more low-key than some of the other garden centres near here, but it was really nice. They had a lovely little cafe we went to, so we all had a good time there. And I took a little mini video and a couple of pictures, so I'll pop them in now so you can see a little bit of our afternoon. So I'll do that now, and I'll see you again in a moment. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of our trip to the garden centre there. But now we're back home. Our plan for the rest of the day or the rest of the evening is to watch a Christmas film together. We're going to watch Arthur Christmas, which my daughter has been wanting to watch for a while, so she's really looking forward to finally seeing that this year. I think it's our third family Christmas film we've watched so far this year. We've so far watched Home Alone and The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. We're going to watch Arthur Christmas this evening, and then all being well, tomorrow evening we're hoping to squeeze in Home Alone 2, which my son is really keen to see before Christmas too. So that's good for me because I love a children's Christmas film. I think even as an adult I still enjoy them a lot. So I'm looking forward to getting in some PJs or some loungewear or something cosy later and watching that. So it should be nice. So I think I'll finish this video off here. So thank you very much for joining me for another day. And I will see you again for Christmas Eve tomorrow, the last day of Vlogmas. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me for another day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I can't believe it's the final day of Vlogmas and actually Christmas Eve. It's quite exciting, although a little bit bittersweet because I'm going to miss Vlogmas too. But yeah, see you tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. Bye.